guys? Welcome back to another episode of Guitar Talk with Todd here at Todd Beebe Music. Thank you guys so much for checking in today. Please hit that subscribe button in the lower right hand corner. You know I appreciate it. Thank you so much for all of you that are on board with me. And please share, subscribe, turn on your notifications, comment, all that good stuff. We always have all things guitar going on here. Guitar reviews, product reviews, lessons, artist interviews, lots of great things. So please share and spread the word for us. We really appreciate it, and thank you all for being with me. As always, we are powered by Death Wish Coffee, Valhalla, Java. We love our Death Wish around here, so grab a cup, drink up, and join us. Delicious. Today we have another Heritage guitar. You know how much we love our Heritage guitars around here out of Kalamazoo, Michigan. We're going to put this in the Unicorn series without a doubt. So the little unicorn should be going across the screen here in a minute, if not already. But we always do that on our Unicorn series. Private owner brought this one in today. It's another beautiful version of what Heritage Guitar can do. This is a 2005 model Chris Bovard. This is the Big Kahuna. I talked to my friend Rendal Wall, who works at Heritage and has worked there pretty much from day one. Has worked there from day one. He also worked at Gibson since 1960. Rendal Wall. If you're not familiar with him, I'll put a link below. Did a great interview with Rendal that was published in print and online a couple years back. We talk about everything. He has handled over 1 million guitars during his time at Gibson, and now currently still at Heritage, still going strong today. And his father, renwall, also was very involved in Gibson back in the day there in Kalamazoo. So definitely check out Rendal. He is a legend in the guitar community, and it's an honor for me to call him a friend. I asked Rendal about this model, and he said there was less than 10 of these made. Chris Bovard was a guitar player that Heritage teamed up with, and he was David Paul's guitar player. And they also did a Heritage David Paul model. They did very few of those too, Rendal said as well. And then Chris Bovard got his own model there during that whole time, right around 2005. And back in those times, I'm going to call that the early years of Heritage, although by 2005 they were celebrating 20 years because they incorporated in 1985. But pretty much right up until the current ownership, and I've talked about this on here a million times, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. The current Heritage is doing fantastic work too, but it's a lot more automated. Back in that era, and when this was made in 2005, things were a lot more one-offs and things like that. In this run here, they only did 10 of. Less than 10, Rendal said. You'll hear Rendal's name come up a lot during this video because he also did the pickups in here, which are HRW, Heritage Rendal Wall pickups, humbuckers, my personal favorite. If I had to put a humbucker in any guitar, these are just fantastic. The clarity on them is just awesome. But let's get some close-ups of this thing. This is a really cool model. Chris Bovard unfortunately passed away, I believe in January of 2022. So just last year. This is being filmed in February of 2023. Chris passed away in 2022, and like I said, Heritage did team up with him to do this. Very unique guitar. You won't see, too many of these out there. Like I said, Rendal said there was less than 10. So we have the Heritage in mother of pearl on here, binding on the headstock. You've got the Big Kahuna guy there, the blue guy, I love that, on the headstock. Awesome fretboard here, ebony, which is just, of course, a fantastic wood. Mother of pearl and abalone fret markers. Those just look awesome on here. Beautiful flamed maple top on here, mahogany back and sides, and yeah, mahogany neck as well. Like we said, we've got go-toe parts on here, stop bar tailpiece, go-toe Nashville style, two-pneumatic bridge, and like I said, these are HRW pickups, which are not currently being made by my friend Rendal Wall. These are really highly coveted by a lot of us players. I love these. These are my favorite humbucker out there. They just have such clarity to them. And one of the little neat things to point out, you can always tell a Heritage model that has HRWs in it because it has the little black dot on the end of the switch tip. And they did that, you know, purposely. Rendal and I discussed this. He said that was actually Marv Lamb's idea. Marv was one of the original owners of Heritage, and what that is just a black dot, you know, fret marker like you would have up here on the top, on the, or, you know, sides rather, of your fretboard, and they just put one of those on the end of the switch tip, so that way if you're playing on TV or anywhere live, the minute you see that dot, you're like, oh, that's got HRW pickups in it, which this does. We're going to talk about these more when we get some close-ups in the case. Like I said, the clarity on this thing is just awesome, and it does have some weight to it. That would be, I guess, if they were going to say one downside. Heavy guitars don't really bother me. I just get a good strap, put it on, and you know, deal with it. It's worth it for the tone on a really good one. But the one word I could really use with HRW pickups would be clarity. I mean, they're just great for, you know, any kind of clear just chords you want to kind of ring out. So just nice for strumming your open chords like that. You can get a little bit chunkier sound for like jazzy blues stuff. So it just sounds great for that kind of more of like chunky stuff. Rock, going back to the word clarity, they do not break up at all, even when you hit them with, you know, distortion stuff. They still have a great clarity to that. Nice and clear. You can hear all those notes very distinctly in say like a G chord. Even with that distortion on, I mean, obviously when it's cleaner, you can hear those really well, but even when it's distorted, it's just still there. A great job. Like I said, my friend Rendal Wall did those. That's why they're called HRW pickups. And right during that era, 2005, 2004, 3, that was pretty much the heyday right there when Rendal was throwing those in. Hopefully someday we'll get another run of those from Rendal. They're not currently being used at Heritage at all. And I know it's kind of like Rendal's secret recipe there of what he did with the pickups, and I think that's great. You know, he's like the mad scientist there, coming up with his own thing on the pickups, and none of us quite know what he's done with them, and I think that's awesome. It's his thing. But these have been in a couple of competitions, you know, over pickup sounds, and the HRWs always win on those. They're just awesome humbucking pickups that Rendal designed there. But let's get some close-ups of this one here. Like I said, this is a 2005 Heritage Big Kahuna in the case. Let's check her out. Okay, so here is the case for the Heritage Big Kahuna. That is definitely period correct there, that you would see. This was 2005, and with the Heritage on there, we featured these many times on this show, so that is definitely what this would have came in. So that is exactly the period correct case. Okay, opening her up here. This looks awesome there in the case. Great flame on that awesome sunburst finish there, maple top. Let's get right in here like we were talking about earlier. These have the HRW Heritage Rendal Wall humbucking pickups in them, and there's that three-way toggle switch with the fret marker. Rendal told me that was Marv Lamb's idea, to put those on the edge of every switch tip that had the HRWs. That's why even from far away you can kind of see that black dot. That's a great idea. And Rendal said that was Marv's idea to do that. And every time you see that on one, you know that the HRW humbucking pickups are in there. Like I said, those are kind of Rendal's secret sauce, and I just think that's great. He's the only one that worked on those and designed them top to bottom, and they just have an awesome clarity. Definitely my favorite humbucking pickup. I mean, just awesome stuff. He would also carve on the back of these the date usually that he completed them, and most of them had a sticker on them as well. I'm going to put some pictures up here, kind of get off to the side so I can keep those up while I post some pictures. And like I said, he would always carve into them with a blade, and so you could see the dates on them of when they were designed, and then he would usually, you know, put like a B for bridge or N for neck pickup, and then the stickers were always on there too. So that's just great. If you've got some of those in one of your Heritage guitars, you've got a great piece of Heritage history there, because like I said, they are currently not being offered or made at this time as of 2023. But Rendal's a great friend, and he does great work, and he's definitely made the guitar community a better place for all of us, just music in general. He's done a lot of things. Please check out my interview with Rendal below. I'm going to put the link, and you can see the guy's just done so many great things for music. So check that out. All right, we have the Go-Toe stop bar tailpiece, Nashville style 2-pneumatic bridge going on here for top hat style amber knobs there, 2 volume, 2 tone controls. Beautiful fretboard here. Going up all the way up the neck, we've got the awesome ebony fingerboard there with, like we were saying before, mother of pearl and abalone on this. You got mother of pearl on the arrows on the outside, and then the inside of those is actually abalone on all these. It's just wow. I mean, just what work with an ebony fretboard here. Like we said, less than 10 of these made, and they just went all out on these for the Chris Bovard edition here. Just great stuff. And then moving up here to the headstock. How cool is that? We've not only got the awesome mother of pearl, the Heritage, and the bound headstock going on here. We got our little blue Big Kahuna guy there. That's just awesome that they put that on there. So obviously, if you see that, you know you've got one of these, although it's pretty easy to tell because this guitar has a very distinct look. But it's just great stuff. Grover tuners, let's flip her over here and take a look at those right now. Okay, so Grover tuners, which of course you can never go wrong with. Great stuff going on there on the back of the mahogany neck. Pretty standard stuff here on the back. Mahogany back on here for the mahogany body. The control cavity, or cavity control, as I sometimes accidentally call it. It doesn't really matter, you know what I'm saying. Control cavity, cavity control for the three-way selector switch there. And then, of course, the control cavity for the 2-volume, 2-tone controls that we just saw there in the front. Extra wide strap button there that was very common on Heritage guitars, especially around 2005. But again, we're always powered by Strap Tight. Love Strap Tight. If you watch this channel regularly, you know that. Every guitar I demo, every guitar I personally play and play live in the studio, anywhere. If I'm standing up, I do not put on a strap without Strap Tight. Stop altering your guitars, stop dropping your guitars, throw on a Strap Tight, and you are done. Definitely check those guys out. All right, let's flip over a look at the side here for the output jack like we always do. Okay, beautiful black going on there. That's something you would see sometimes, again, with Heritage, which was definitely a full-on custom shop during that whole era. You would think this would be a cream, could plate there going around the output jack, but they went with black. I've seen that on a lot of guitars, and that is right out of the factory that way. So that's just great. I love that. Like I said, pretty typical stuff here as far as the back goes. You've just got all mahogany. Nothing really different about anything going on there than you would on a standard H150 or something. Okay, let's flip her over and get one more full body shot. Okay, so there is the Heritage Big Kahuna Chris Bovard model 2005. Like I said, less than 10 of these made with the awesome HRW Heritage Rendal Wall pickups, all made in Kalamazoo, Michigan. All right, guys, so there she is, the Chris Bovard Heritage Big Kahuna there in the case. Let's take her for a test drive here. I'm going to do just like a jam track, play along with it, a country track, and do a little bit mellower thing there. And then, of course, I always love to play slide. Slide guitar always gives a totally different tonal palette, if you will, than fretted notes. So somebody wrote in the other day and said, wow, you do slide on every single video. They were complimentary. They weren't complaining about that, thankfully. But they were just like, that's great. And I always love doing that because I think the slide tone is a completely different thing that you're getting off the strings and the pickups than you are fretted notes. So I just kind of like to show what the slide side of a guitar can do when we're reviewing them here. But all right, here we go. Let's see what this Big Kahuna sounds like. Check it out. guys, so there she is, the Chris Bovard Big Kahuna model right there. Like I said, less than 10 of these made. 2005. Unfortunately, Chris passed away last year, but his music lives on, and his legacy will always live on through these guitars. Rendal Wall, my friend, did say that less than 10 of these were made. So if you do find one floating around out there, definitely grab it if you can. They are just real unicorn pieces and really highly coveted in the heritage guitar world. Just great stuff. Please comment, you guys. Let me know what you think. Were you familiar with Chris Bovard and his music at all? Have you played one of these or another heritage guitar that you guys love? Please comment. Let me know. Please hit that subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. You guys know I appreciate it. We post content weekly, sometimes more than weekly. If you know anyone that's into guitars and heritage guitars, Gibson guitars, artist interviews, everything like that, please spread the word for us. We really appreciate it. Find us on Facebook at Todd Beebe Music. And thank you guys again for checking in with us. We will see you again soon. Stay safe and love your dogs. Take care.